So let's take a look at some diseases. Cancer is going to be our first subsection. So let's take a look at some different skin cancers. All right, so one of the biggest diseases in the integumentary system is skin cancer, and it's something hopefully you've heard about before. We are going to be taking a look at some pictures, so if this makes you uncomfortable, I just want to give you a little bit of a warning that there are some pictures of some cancer of the skin coming up, but we are going to break down the terms that are associated with those. All right, the first type of cancer we're going to talk about is basal cell carcinoma. So cancer in the cells that are at the base of the skin. It is the most common form of skin cancer, and we're going to look at the two words that make it up, basal and carcinoma. And you can just see here a picture on the left of a picture of someone who has basal cell carcinoma. First, break down the term basal. And again, I want you to attempt it. I know you've got this in you. You're really learning midterm through the series of these videos, so I'm sure you can break this down. So hit pause, see if you've got it. We'll talk about the solution. So in the term basal, there is no prefix. The root term here is baso, B-A-S, right, with the O, which refers to a base or a bottom of something, right, something that sits on the bottom portion. And AL is our suffix here, which means pertaining to. So basal refers to being at the bottom or the base of something. Look at the term carcinoma. So first, let's see if you can break it down. Hit pause if you need to, and let's talk about the solution together. All right, so in the term carcinoma, there is no prefix. The root term is carcino, which refers to being cancerous or cancer-causing. The suffix is oma, O-M-A, which refers to a tumor. So the breakdown of the word carcinoma means a tumor of cancer. So here we are after we've broken down the two big words of basal cell carcinoma. And what we're looking at are cancer tumors and cancer cells at the base of the skin. So at the bottom of the epidermis, okay, we are looking at a cancer. Next, let's take a look at another common type of skin cancer called squamous cell carcinoma. This one has a high risk factor of being out in the sun, being exposed to lots of UV rays, whether it's from natural sunlight or from tanning beds. We did just break down the word carcinoma, so we're not going to break that one down again, but let's take a look at what this term squamous refers to and how that's going to change the meaning of this type of cancer. Okay, so squamous, make sure you break out your word list, break it down yourself, come back to see our solution. So there is no prefix in the word squamous. Squamo does refer to being scale-like, that flat, plate-like. You'll see it as a few different things, but scale-like means to be very flat and narrow. And OUS is the suffix that refers to pertaining to. So squamous is pertaining to those flat, thin, plate-like, scale-like cells that we find at the very surface of the skin. So again, we're looking at the epidermis here. So this outer layer of the epidermis has these very flat plate-like cells. And so we refer to those as the squamous cells. It is cancer inside of those cells. All right, cancer is often put into one of two different categories. Either it is considered benign or it's considered malignant. Both of these words are on your new word list for the integumentary system. And if you look at the term benign, benign refers to being harmless, whereas malignant refers to being bad or evil. And in fact, if you just see the prefix mal, M-A-L, all by itself, that attached to another root term also refers to being bad. Let's look at one more definitions. What questions might you have? Let's pop them into our chat below, and we'll certainly help you answer them.